Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Cave with North Carolina Cooperative Extension. I'm the County Extension Director in Surry County as well as the Livestock Agent. I'm also the Interim County Extension Director in Yaqui County. Recently, there's been a lot of media hype and a lot of discussion about our food supply and our food chain. In many cases, this discussion has been led by people who either don't understand agriculture, don't understand the food industry, or don't even understand our food supply chain to begin with. So today I thought we'd take a little time, talk about the food chain, and we'll try to explain it a little bit to where it might be a little easier to talk about things. So I'm going to share a screen with you and start a presentation that's entitled What's Up with Our Food Supply. So we'll start, for instance, with the dairy industry. So as pre-19, there were some things going along. Some dairy farms actually process milk on their farms from the cows that are there into products such as fluid milk, cheese, butter, ice cream, those kinds of things, and sell it directly to the consumer. And other farms send their milk for processing to a processing facility that then goes to a retail market of some sort and to consumers. That's about 50% of the fluid milk supply in the country. The other 50% generally went to schools, restaurants, or institutions. These are all pre-COVID-19 supply chains, and this is the way the dairy industry has worked for many, many years. After COVID-19, about 50% of that supply had nowhere to go. Schools, restaurants, and institutions were closed. The processing plants that were processing for those entities processed in a different way. So they have no way to repackage the milk or put it in a different form or in a different package to send to consumers. That led to dumping of milk in some instances on many dairy farms. Once COVID-19 is over, that supply chain will open back up and it'll be going directly back as before to restaurants, schools, and institutions. Now let's talk a little bit about meats or proteins. In the United States, there are a little over 850 meat processing plants and almost 3,000 poultry processing plants. Some of these farms actually sell directly to consumers in the form of a live animal. Those consumers then take it to processing. The meat is processed and it goes back to the consumer. Other farms sell directly to processors and then to consumers on their own. Some farmers do this through the form of farmers markets to the consumers. Other farmers send product through distributors to retail grocers and to consumers in that form. Pre-COVID-19, we also had processors sending food to schools, institutions, and restaurants, as well as sending to distributors to go to those. COVID-19 hit. We once again lost that particular pathway. In addition, we are now, due to COVID-19, facing issues with processing. In all food industries in the United States, processing is a bottleneck. Right now, poultry processing plants are running at about 80%. Beef processing plants are running at about 60%. And pork, unfortunately, is running at approximately 40%. This is due to people working there who have tested positive for COVID-19 or who have family members who have tested positive for COVID-19. This is causing a bit of a gap in our protein supply coming to consumers. Post COVID-19, when the sectors open back up, such as schools, institutions, and restaurants, we probably will not be returning to 100% processing capability due to new guidelines coming down concerning spacing with workers in the plants to take care of things. Now let's move to fruits and vegetables. Many fruits and vegetables are sold directly to consumers from farms. Other farms sell produce or fruits directly through a farm market stand to consumers. Some farmers sell produce and fruit through a distributor, to a retailer, to our home. The other part of produce goes to schools, institutions, and restaurants, as with the other products. This is a little bit different in the fact that some farms actually send fruits and vegetables to processing that then go to a distributor, that then go to restaurants, institutions, or schools, or to distributors to go back to retail into homes, or from the processors to grocers to our house. When COVID-19 hit, we lost a lot of this ability to do these things. Once we return back to normal, we'll pick up schools, restaurants, and institutions. So this leads us to the question, will there be food? Will food be available at the grocery store? Why are there shortages now in the grocery store on certain items? The answer to this is a resounding yes, there will be food. The farmers and ranchers in our country are a phenomenal group. They work hard every day, and every day thousands of farmers and farm workers send their products to market, either directly to the consumer or to processing, as we've discussed. There will be food. However, given the differences in processing abilities and the percentages, the food that you see in the grocery store may be in a different form. It may be more in bulk, or it may be just a totally different cut that you've never been familiar with before. But there will be food there. Think about it like this. We are not without a supply. There are a supply of animals, fruits, and vegetables on farms to be harvested. We've got to figure a way to get it into a consumable product for the consumer. That has to go through processing. Once that occurs, then we're back to normal, just like always. There will be, however, probably some new things coming after COVID-19. For instance, we may be shopping for our food supplies differently. We may not need to go to the grocery store. We may order things in bulk. We may order some items from computer to get delivered to our home. But the answer is, yes, there'll be food. It will be the safest in the world. It will be abundant, and it will be available to everyone at the cheapest price possible. So I hope that answers some of your questions about the food supply. If you have questions, give us a call and we'll be happy to discuss it. Thank you very much for spending time with us today.